This week on the Spotlight, we talked to the 15 strikeout man, Chris Sale. He feels fine. And we talked to one of the newest White Sox, infielder Orlando Hudson. He gives them some depth. And we talked to the new closer, Addison Reed. He's wanted to do this job for a long time. And we also have on this week's show some trivia from Jack's in Lansing. They're working hard. They're trying to figure out answers. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. The Dirty Sock has trivia. Wednesday, May 30th at 7:30 p.m., June 13th at 7:30 p.m. It's at 93rd and Roberts Road. You can eat, drink, and play. They have great pizza, by the way. The Dirty Sock, Benkowski trivia, and so much fun. Check it out. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Be safe with Sureway Insurance Company, 3312 North Milwaukee. Call my friend Jean at 773-282-2022. She has the answers on your auto, home, business, life coverage, including SR22 coverage drivers. Call Sureway Insurance.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. We're back on the Spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball. And a guy that really intrigued me last year in 2011, I guess you would say he was last year's version of Addison Reed, is Chris Sale. But he's taken it to a new level this year by becoming a starting pitcher, and after surviving a little bit of elbow tenderness that was the talk of so much sports talk radio and so much inane speculation about how we'd be missing weeks and months and may never be the same again. Yikes. He's fine. Did some strengthening exercises that he'll describe to you in a moment, and he pitched a gem against Minnesota the day before he went to this videotape. Chris Sale talks about his regimen, about being a starter, and about appreciating the White Sox lineup. All that with the youngster who's still not 24 years old. Chris, you're doing things you like to do, like get out there and go deep into games. You were in complete command the last time you started, and it's got to be a great feeling.
Yeah, it's always good, catching a groove and rolling with it. Bouncing back after a tough loss the day before, that's always, the goal, and go out there and give your team a chance to win. But honestly, the way that you guys are playing defense behind me and the way we've been swinging the bats, it makes it easier for me to go out there and do my job, because I know I can make pitches, and they're going to be right there behind me, and putting runs on the board. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. You had a really fine year last year in a role that might not have been your favorite role, but you excelled at it, and in a way you kind of earned the shot at the starting. What did you think of all the controversy when there was talk of you returning to the bullpen and I got to tell you, you might not listen to this, but I do. Sports Talk Radio is just you were a hot topic on Sports Talk Radio. How do you feel now, and are you glad all that is behind you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. AT in the weight room and Herm and Baller in the training room have really put together programs for me to strengthen the muscles around my elbow, and just doing a lot of forearm stuff. And all the credit to them, because they've really had me in there and been making sure that this is getting better, and it has been progressively getting better as the weeks come on. And it's just been awesome, and I'm definitely glad all this is behind me. Just trying to move forward and build on each and every outing, and leave that in the past.
I know there's been some pitchers that I've talked to who had really unique regimens, not so much with weight training, but moving their arm deep into grain barrels and stuff. Bucket. Oh, so you know of this?
Part of it.
Oh, okay. Well, then, so all that stuff adds up, and proper training really can save you wear and tear.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been here doing it a long time. I mean, AT is just a heck of a athletic trainer. I mean, he knows the science behind it. I mean, he's like inventing stuff to do. I mean, it's so much fun, because you really trust these guys because they do know what they're doing. I mean, he's in there doing the same thing that we're doing, working out with us, and I mean, it's so much fun to be in there with him, and because he knows what he's doing. The same thing with Herm. I mean, Herm and Brian in the training room, they've been here, they've done it for a long time, and they've kept a lot of guys healthy. So having trust in them and knowing that they know what they're doing and they have our best interests in mind is makes it so much better.
Yeah, and this team has a reputation for that, of taking guys who've been nicked with other teams and fixing them up. I mean, I'm talking about going back in time. You might be too young to remember him, but did you ever read about Bo Jackson?
Oh yeah.
He had a hip that wouldn't allow him to play football, but he played here and was a key part of a 1993 team that made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I mean, they know all the right things, and they know what they're doing, and just putting your trust in them, and just doing the stuff that they have you do is going to keep you on the field. And they've had track records to prove that, and it's not a hard program to buy into when you see the track record. You know what they're doing, and you see it with your own eyes. And I went through that a couple weeks ago with having some elbow stiffness, and now it's knock on wood, it's completely gone. It's completely out of there, and just like I said before, I owe it all to those guys.
Now we're just entering June by the time we hit the air, but you're not worried about going 7-8, maybe into a ninth inning, not on a tight pitch count, because of how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, last night I felt great. Coop came up to me and asked me, said, hey, be ready. If Jesse's not ready to come in, you're going back out. And
you throw 100 pitches?
Right around there, it's like 96, 97. But I told him, I said, I feel good. I got into a rhythm and everything was fine. And but at the same time, this is a process. This is something that we had talked about in the past.
And we'll have more of Chris Sale next week, right here on the Spotlight. Do what I do and order from Milano's Pizza. They've got lasagna, chicken parm sandwiches, Italian beef stuffed pizza. They're at 109th and Western. They're open Monday through Wednesday at 3 p.m., Thursday through Saturday at 11 a.m., and Sunday at noon. You can call them at 773-445-4010. Milano's Pizza, 109th and Western. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards. 7910 Calumet in Munster. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. We're back in the spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball. And the White Sox have a new guy. His name is Orlando Hudson. He's been in the majors for 10 years. And seldom are you lucky enough, in my opinion, to get an acquisition like this, where a guy's got not only a ton of major league experience, but gold gloves under his belt. And even though he's not playing his original position, second, they've got him at third base for a while Brent Morel kind of works on his bad back. But here's a guy who could play at least three positions and probably some outfield if you needed him to. He's quick on the base paths, live bat, a lot of pluses. A really good guy with versatility and enthusiasm that goes well beyond his years, or well underneath his years. Take a look. Welcome to the south side of Chicago. You've probably been here a time or two in different uniforms. What were your impressions when you came in as a visiting player?
Wow, it was a lot of fun playing here. You know, I loved it here when I played here. Great infield, it's great atmosphere, great city. So I definitely enjoy coming to Chi-Town.
We got a situation where you look like you're going to be moving around maybe a little bit, but certainly now at third. And I wonder how you feel about that in view of the fact that you got some hardware, the gold gloves, playing at a different position.
Well, you know, anybody can help the team win a ball game either way I can. You know, playing third or playing second. You know, we got a good young buck at second base, and, you know, he can be a future all-star. He's a good one. But, you know, they asked me, you know, could I play third? And, you know, anytime I put a uniform on, and, you know, it's always a blessing. So I'm here at third base, you know, do what I can to help the team win a ball game.
Tell the TV crowd some of what you think your strengths are as a major leaguer, what things that set you apart from some other people who play.
Well, I just like to play the game the right way. I'm not going to say things that set me apart. You know what I'm saying? I come to the yard every day. You know, I work hard and play the game the right way and love to have fun. That's the biggest thing. I love to have fun. It's a blessing to have on a major league uniform. And a lot of people want to be in my shoes, in a lot of our shoes, you know. But it's just a blessing that God blessed me with to play this, give me a talent to play this beautiful sport. And just like to bring it every day and just do what I can do.
What are some of the things you learned? It's been about 10 years now from the first days in Toronto. You know, that either, well, obviously you've developed this appreciation for where you are, but lessons that you've learned about playing in the major leagues that keep you here.
Well, it definitely humbles you. You know, this is the toughest sport to play. You know, this is the big leagues. You know, you can have ups and downs. You can have some years where things are not as, you know, as good as the years you know when you were as an all-star. You know, but you got to grind through it. You got to keep working hard. This game you can't get too high. You know, because you know the humbler will come back and bite you, you know, big time. But you know, definitely during your low times, you got to keep fighting hard. You know, it's not easy. You got to take every at bat. You know, seriously, you know, everything comes with a cost. It comes with a price. So definitely here, man, it's a great game, and it humbles you. It teaches you not just character, it shows you character, and teaches you how to be a man.
Any players that you came up through the ranks with, or maybe were teammates with, one's coming in the back of my mind, that you may have played with, and now you're seeing them again up close?
Oh.
How about Rios? Weren't you a teammate of Rios?
Rios, I was a teammate of Rios coming up. I was in Toronto when I first was there. Then we drafted him. He got called up a little later on. Then I played with Jesse Crane over there in Minnesota, and I played with Adam Dunn in Arizona for a little bit. But definitely, man, it's like a homecoming.
What traits do you guys have that now you can apply together as you're, you know, going to be a playoff team?
Oh, well, you know, these guys, we know each other. You know, us three guys, we know each other, and, you know, we've been through the bushes together. You know, me and Rios been through some battles with the Yankees in the American League East. It was a tough division then, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we was, you know, didn't have a problem with the Yankees and the Red Sox. It was always a problem with the guys like Kansas City and those guys in Tampa. But, you know, I know him. I know how good of a ball player he is, and, you know, when I played second, you know, we had a lot of communications. You know, that, you know, how far should I go back on fly balls, and, you know, we had all kind of stuff going. We had a lot of fun, and now I'm back playing with them again.
How about some other guys that you've never been a teammate of, but you appreciated them for their skills, and now you're in the same row with them?
Well, definitely Paul Konerko. You know, I asked him to sign me a jersey years ago. You
Really?
know, I still got it hanging up in my game room. You know, he's one of my favorites. You know, the guy can absolutely play the game. He's a great, unbelievable hitter. You know, and pretty much I can say he will be a Hall of Famer. It's definitely a pleasure to be a part of a part of him, and you know, and then to be on the same team with him and on the same infield with him. You know, doing a part of his career.
What did you think when you got the call that you were coming to Chicago?
Well, you know what? We're not gonna get into that, but it was a great feeling. You know, had some other teams out there was calling, but when the White Sox called, like, you know what? This is pretty much, yeah. It kind of shut everybody else off a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe the best thing of all, a team that's in legitimate contention, because it could have been a team that's winning 4 out of 10.
Yeah, it could have been, but definitely this is a great division. It's a lot of fun, man. We got something to battle for with Cleveland and Detroit, and so far things have been it's still close. Got a lot of baseball left, and it's definitely fun driving to the park every day. Knowing we got something to fight for.
Well, just in talking to you, I sense your energy. And it doesn't match up with your age. You have the energy of a 25. So keep that going, and we'll be watching for you in late game situations. Whether it be getting that key RBI or making that barehanded play that was pretty good the other day.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Just trying to work and get my feet wet, and stay comfortable as possible. And just play hard as I can, and let the chips fall where they may.
And taking that extra base when that third base coach is giving you the push, might be the winning run.
Might be the winning run. You never know.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta. Great donuts and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kelly's Tavern has Benkowski Trivia near Sox Park at 44th and Wallace on selected Friday nights. It's usually 2 Fridays a month. Come out and play, bring some friends, have fun, tip back a few at Kelly's Tavern, 44th and Wallace. Be looking for you. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years, excellence, top billiard tables, the place where the action is, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. We're back in the spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball. And they say you organize your pitching staff from the back this way, which means you lock in and try to figure out who your closer is going to be. Robin Ventura didn't do that at the beginning of the year, but it didn't take him long. The guy who was rumored to be the one, who everyone wanted to be the one, grabbed that role, sunk his teeth into it, and as we hit the videotape, hasn't blown a save yet. And we're talking about Addison Reed. As I learned in this interview, this has been something that's been interesting him for a long time. And I was quite surprised to hear how long he's been interested in the closing job. So without any further ado, young Addison Reed, not nervous at all about being a major league closer. Here he is. And we're a couple months into the season, and you're rolling along as if you've been here for a while. You really seem to take your 2011 time and maximize it and make it work for you.
Yeah, I'm just having fun, just doing what I've done my whole life. And last year being up here for that month really kind of just gave me a lot of confidence. Just made me realize that I can be up here. And yeah, I mean, I'm just having fun, trying not to put too much pressure on myself, and just going out there and throwing the ball.
No, it's fun to watch you. You come in, you have kind of and I assume this is on purpose, not much of an expression. And, all of a sudden it's strike two, and the hitter's like, hey, wait, who is this guy? A little bit more about your early days in baseball. What kind of players you looked up to, what kind of major league teams you lived near?
Well, I grew up in Southern California, so my team growing up, and honestly all the way up until the day I was drafted, was the Angels. And, that was pretty much the only team I followed, and the only team I really knew of, just because my dad would always go to the games, and since I followed them, I always looked up to Jim Edmonds. I was a position player back in high school and middle school, but so he was the guy I looked up to. And then when I started pitching, I really liked to watch Troy Percival, and just going to those games, I'd get pumped up in the ninth inning, seeing him run out of the gate. And from that day on, I always envisioned myself as being a closer, and I never really thought I'd be a starter, never really wanted to, and that was just something that I always wanted to do and have the opportunity, and hopefully I can keep it.
You might be the first guy I've ever talked to who wasn't a big fan of a starter, like a flamethrower. Albeit Troy threw pretty hard, but it's funny. Like, you were 8 or 10 years old, and you were like in the reliever already.
Yeah, I love just kind of the atmosphere and just how loud the crowd got when he came in, and there's everybody standing up on their feet with 2 outs, and kind of just everything that comes with that ninth inning role. And just something that I saw that he did, and I liked how he did it, and I just thought it would always be something fun to do.
Talk about your schooling and getting drafted, and a little bit of your progression through the minors.
Yeah, went to high school and just a first baseman. Pitched 5 games my senior year of high school. Committed to San Diego State as a first baseman, and then just pitching kind of on the side. And then
who was your coach?
Tony Gwynn at San Diego State.
Okay,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, he played a couple years in the big leagues.
Yeah, 3,000 hits worth.
Yeah. So yeah, I went there as a first baseman, and then things didn't work out. So they kind of just, I thought I was a good hitter in high school, and it just didn't translate over into college. So they started having me throw off the mound, and that's kind of where it all started. It was my freshman year at San Diego State, and from that day on, I haven't picked up a bat. Maybe I picked up a fungo maybe twice, and that's the closest I've gotten to hitting since.
Well, that's even more unusual, because it's usually a shortstop or maybe an outfielder where they see your arm. But at first, they don't have a lot of chance to see how you could throw.
Yeah, I don't know how it came about, but
wow.
I'm happy. I'm happy somebody saw something, and I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
No doubt about it. Okay, in the minors, a relatively low number of minor league games, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got drafted, went and played the season of rookie ball over there in Great Falls, Montana, and then last year started off in Loa, Kannapolis, and kind of just made a pit stop everywhere, and ended up here in September.
Yeah, that's a quick rise. And then you're in the major leagues. If you look at the 2012 season, maybe think of a situation you came in, whether it was runners on base or closing out a big game. What is like a high point where you really got some tough guys and you said, wow, that was maybe my best game?
The game I remember the most was probably the game in Detroit this year when it was the bottom of the ninth, and tying run was on third, winning run was on second, and there were 2 outs, and I came in, and Austin Jackson was up and ended up striking him out. But that was probably the most pumped up I've been this whole year, and just the fired up I've been, and just ready to go. And that's the game that sticks out the most so far, and hopefully there's a lot more.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. We'll have more of Addison Reed next week, right here on the Spotlight. Stay with us.
I eat the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Angela.
Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski.
Lanigan's Irish Pub is the place to be at 3119 West 111th Street, right by Kedzie. Live music on Sunday with Fast Eddie. Drink specials daily, including $1.50 domestic bottles on Thursday, $3 Guinness on Tuesday. Call for karaoke information on Friday. Party room, too. All that available at Lanigan's Irish Pub, 3119 West 111th Street on the beautiful south side of Chicago. Get there, Lanigan's Irish Pub. Lindy's Chili, Gertie's Ice Cream at 110th and Kedzie has it all. From fresh-made burgers, fries, hot dogs, chicken, turkey, Polish, shrimp, tuna, barbecue, ham, tamales, quesadillas. They've got salads and plenty of ice cream with sundaes, banana splits, and seasonal favorites. Get all these things at Lindy's Chili, which is where I start, but I always get a little something extra, at 110th and Kedzie. We're back doing trivia at Jack's in Lansing. Let's take it away with questions.
We're on television now, please. Number 4, CBS drama, 4 letters. All right, I heard what you said, and you're out of order. And we go to pints. Pints to $8.90. And Cold Steel is up.
Here you go with the last one of the section. This team in the National League.
Got it.
In its first 9 games, batted .293 and scored 47 runs.
I like it. I know it.
This team in the National League, they do what?
47 runs, .293 average in its first 9 games.
The Dodgers.
It is not the Dodgers. We go to Stoogie.
St. Louis Cardinals.
It is St. Louis. It's a 100, and it brings Stoogie to 1,050. And so, through 3 quarters of play. Wait, let me make sure I got everything done. The baseball is done. Oh no, there's some rock left. And there's some TV left. I was rapping too quickly. Matadors. TV or rock?
Not TV.
Okay, sue me. Which one's TV? The number 6 show was on CBS. It's a drama, 2 words.
I've already got the shots today, so I'm gonna call it.
We can March 12th.
And I gotta work till midnight.
5 seconds. Going.
Good wife.
It is not Good Wife. We go to Miller Lite. The answer was Criminal Minds. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. This week's show brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. In-print graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.